weekend leg day. I am feeling very, very good about today's lift. Um, so what we're going to do today is we're going to be doing some squats, some leg pressing, and then leg extensions and leg curls. So just same old, same old. Um, this time we'll go for 6 reps for 4, and then it's going to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to this. So. Temple. Almost died. Okay. I did it, Mr. Krabs. Hopefully you're happy. Let's go to leg curls. We do just 10 good ones. We'll do 12, 8 to 12 reps. So, I think I've told you guys this before, but when you're doing, or for me, when I'm doing leg curls, I like to point my feet outwards, and then as I come in, so my feet are like this, right? They're under here, and then when I come up, I just move my feet this way. So, just moving the hamstring up and side to side. Okay, so feet are outwards. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that kind of fly pretty good. The goal is to have, well, the music died. That's okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh, all right. That felt pretty good. Better than I. Hopefully, I don't know why this is happening, but Really slightly become blaster. It's as good. Let's go to drop set. Let's go from 100 to that anymore. Today we did fucking. It was a pretty good day today. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna do chest, but I ended up doing chest anyways. But we were able to take everything to almost failure. Um, I'm starting to implement a few things in the in the gym here today because, for one, I uh, for one, I really that was a nice word. Anyways, yeah, today I'm just trying to implement for legs uh, uh, less reps or no less sets but higher weight, and just trying to target the internal fibers as much as possible. So that's why I only did like 3 sets for squat or 3 sets for squats or yeah, and then you know yeah, we ended up doing just 3 sets. Minimalizing the amount of reps and sets that we do, because for legs, your legs are a foundational. It's a foundation to support your upper body. Okay, and if you don't have strong legs, then you're not gonna be able to really grow, because your legs do have types of nerves that lead up to your whole body and the flow. So keeping these and the blood flow mostly also goes through your whole leg. So make sure you train legs. The bigger the legs, the stronger you'll get. Trust me. I mean this for anything. And plus, nobody wants to have fucking stick legs, honestly. Um, so build your legs. Do some squats, and then do some leg presses. Don't just do leg presses, all right? And I know some people, have some disabilities or whatever, and that's okay. Then, continue doing your leg presses, but, at least try to do some squats. I'm not saying slap on a plate, maybe do like 35, 25 pounds on each side, and just sit there and just, kind of focus on the range of motion, and then eventually strength and size will follow. So and I've been applying this all my leg days, and it's working out pretty good. So yeah, I mean that's and then we did some chest. We did 80 pounds, 2 sets each. So we did 80 for 2 sets, and then we also did a drop set, and then we also did the incline press, and then we also did the flies, and then yeah, is that a Skyline? What is that, an SR? It's actually 100. I thought it was a fucking Skyline. Anyways, we did incline, and then we also did flies. So, really just taking everything to failure and really training the muscles. Usually for chest day, I'll do like 4 sets per muscle group, but since it's leg day, and just more like the same thing for legs, just heavy lifting and just taking everything to failure. So, but hopefully you guys are maintaining discipline and focusing on yourself, nobody else, because to be honest, if you're focusing on everyone and everyone around you, especially those people who are even negative, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You're just going to be wandering in limbo. So really focus and reevaluate who you hang around with, or what your environment is, because those type of friends and those type of people, they're not going to be there in the future supporting you. And if they are, well then shit, that's a good friend. But don't really like take everything with a grain of salt, or anything like that. Take everything with a grain of salt, especially life, because life is fucking salty, trust me. And the more you start surrounding yourself with all this negativity, it's gonna impact you in ways that you wouldn't even understand. And if you're young, and you are a young person, 18, 17, 16, below 20, just know that you may think that you are where you're at right now, but you are not. So just start applying principles of benefit to risk ratio. And if you don't know what that is, that's basically just, look at your life, look at the things that you are doing. And once you start applying this to your life, you'll start growing, and you'll start seeing other things in your life that's like, wow, like, I didn't know I was doing this, or I was doing that, and when you start looking at it like that, certain things, certain people, certain types of motives that you'll have will change. And the other day I did meet someone in the gym, and he was a pretty good man. He was He's pretty huge for his. He's pretty fucking huge, but he was about, I'd say, maybe in his 40s, 50s. But what he told me was that he's been doing this for about 30 years. He said, and when he said when he first started, he didn't know nothing about the gym. He didn't really associate with the gym or anything like that. But he told me that I'm glad I come to the gym every day and train and focus on he said my temple, and your body is basically a resume to basically anything, and if you realize this, you'll start growing. But he told me that same thing, benefit to risk ratio. But he said to me that the gym has taught me a lot of things in life, which is like he said, one, it taught me discipline. He said practicing practicing his craft and practicing discipline really got him far. He was able to open up his own business, and now he's going to be selling it here soon. And he said he's just going to do what he loves and keep continuing going to the gym. And it just shows you that the same thing in life is the same thing out there. And if you can do this, you can do anything. So don't stop doing anything that's not benefiting you, because in the long run, when you're 20 years old, 30 years old, you're going to be doing what someone else has been doing, which you should have been doing. So it's kind of like life is kind of a race or not, but just start applying these principles to your life, and then you'll start seeing a lot of growth. Most importantly, the discipline part. But and you get to have muscles. So, but like I said, take everything with life with a grain of salt. And I know you're young. I know you're living your best life, but it could get better, and it can be more easier for you down the long road if you just start focusing now. So, but I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys get motivated. Don't rely on motivation though, because motivation's like lighter fluid, and your coals are your discipline. So if you're having a barbecue and you want to maintain that flame, you're constantly adding motivation and lighter fluid to your grill, right? And once you start realizing that maintaining a flame in a barbecue, you're gonna get some fucking awesome steaks or burgers. So motivation is lighter fluid, and the flame and the coals is the coals is discipline, maintaining the heat, and then your outcome would be the flame and the goodness that you make on that grill. So I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're beautiful. Know your worth. Get out there, show yourself what you can do, prove to yourself what you can do, and just love yourself. I mean, that's all you have to do, is just love yourself. And once you start loving yourself, take care of yourself, and minimalizing the distractions in your life, and you'll start growing. But and of course,